It's epidemic. And TikTok will be banned again. 212 pounds of your egg substitutes gone to shit, and mysterious red orbs in the sky. Well, I'm Gaslit, and this is Gaslit News. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming back to the channel, Gaslit News. And shout out to Miriam Kirby for keeping me on track with the actual news. And shout out to Jaguar Wrong for keeping me messy with the YouTuber drama. All right, guys. So this video is actually pretty long, but I'm just chopping it up into different videos and like alerts that you may be interested in. We're going to start out with TikTok creators. Partners remain optimistic ahead of app's second ban. That's right. I said it was banned again. I don't know what this is about. It just seems like everything else is about money and our souls. Which, yeah. So shout out to CNBC.com. TikTok creators' partners remain optimistic ahead of app's second ban deadline. For the second time this year, TikTok is staring at a deadline that could determine its fate in the US, and that of numerous creators and brands that have built businesses on the Chinese-owned social app. Creators and marketing firms told CNBC they believe TikTok will remain in the US. They are, however, hedging their bets. President Donald Trump has said he is pretty certain a TikTok deal will be reached before the ban's April 5th deadline. Trump has also indicated he may extend the deadline if a deal isn't reached. This is interesting. I think it's pretty interesting that the TikTok ban deadline is the same day as like the day they're supposed to be going out to march and all that other kind of stuff. And yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. And TikTok is really still not, I guess it's banned as an app, but if you want to use TikTok, you just use it on your desktop. You can just use TikTok on your desktop. And I mean, so for creators, well, I guess because a lot of people are doing it like outside, I don't know. It's not going to affect anybody that's just vlogging and not really showing that much up on the camera. I'm just saying. And also, why would you like start your business that is based like it's a Chinese based thing and you live in the US? If you make so much money on TikTok, get out of the US. Should have been done that. So yeah, doesn't seem like a big deal to me. It's just a social media app. The price of holding everything higher than Jesus is literally going to be hell to pay in any event. So that brings me to, edit this up. That brings me to TubeBuddy. I noticed that there are a couple of content creators, I won't even say their names, that utilize TubeBuddy. But because they are in the sector of the YouTuber news, that's kind of how I saw that they use TubeBuddy from looking at, you know, their channels when they go to look at other things. It shows that you use TubeBuddy. And that's first of all, I'm not here to talk about how I feel about that as far as character-wise. But just so you know, TubeBuddy, in case you did not pay attention, they have permissions over your entire channel and your email. Are you serious? When you hit allow, they have permissions. What exactly those permissions are, you're going to have to read them yourself. Because in the beginning of my YouTube journey, and shout out to Reality Rewind.
What's up, guys? And you already know what time it is. Siesta Key, bitch.
I was using, I was advertised, you know, I saw TubeBuddy and I said, I'm going to use TubeBuddy. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay this. We're not going to pay for this service because TubeBuddy is actually really cool. They do a lot for you for free. But what I didn't like was that whole permissions thing. I didn't pay attention the first time. But then when I downloaded on my second browser, I literally actually read and clicked, and I'm like, no, because if you would ever get hacked or anything, TubeBuddy also has permission. So essentially, they could take your channel. No, like things happen. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think it's a good idea at all. And you could do as it's literally free. The reason why they offer so much for free is because you could just be less lazy and do a little more footwork yourself, and you can find out all that information yourself without giving your permissions to your channel and your Google profile to TubeBuddy. Well, do what you want to do. People have invested in TikTok and now they're like shaking in their boots. So, yeah, I do not like TubeBuddy. I'm trying to be optimistic and hope that they keep it. But as a creator, I have to be prepared either way, said Gianna Christine, a creator with 2.7 million TikTok followers. TikTok could be effectively banned in the US on April 5th because of a national security law originally signed by former President Joe Biden that requires its Chinese parent, ByteDance, to divest the app's American operations. ByteDance originally faced a January 19 deadline to sell TikTok, but Trump signed an executive order instructing the Attorney General to not enforce the law, granting the Chinese company 75 more days to divest the U.S. portion of its business. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why it was available on desktop. It's available on desktop still, but not in the app. Like otherwise, who spoke with CNBC, Christine said she hasn't received any direct updates from TikTok about its future. Christine says she's staying positive about TikTok's chances of remaining in the US, but she's also expanding her presence on platforms like Snapchat and YouTube as a precaution. You never know what will happen, Christine said. Throughout his 2024 presidential campaign, Trump said many positive comments about TikTok and used the app as a campaign tool. Trump said Sunday that he is pretty certain that a TikTok deal will be reached before the April deadline. According to agency France Presse, last week Trump said that he may extend the deadline if a deal isn't reached and that he may reduce tariffs on China to help facilitate a transaction. I really don't see TikTok getting banned, said Olivia Plotnick, founder of the Y social marketing and consultancy agency. Trump really is going to want to show how amazing he is and make a deal happen. TikTok and the White House did not respond to requests for comment. And this is as of today. So that is another that's another example of like Trump selling wolf tickets all the time, and it's really not working in these other areas, like if you're going to do something, just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Coming from a parenting aspect, it does not work to sell wolf tickets. All right, guys. What if Russia buys TikTok? That'd be something.